In the vast and unforgiving world, where fate bends only to the will of the strong, the path of immortality grows ever more perilous. Wang Lin, tempered by countless trials and stained with the weight of karmic debts, now stands at the edge of yet another unseen storm. In the previous chapters, shifting alliances and hidden intentions began to surface. As ancient forces stirred beneath the calm facade of the cultivation world, each step forward tightened the invisible threads of destiny around Wang Lin, drawing him closer to a confrontation that could reshape his journey forever. Now, as we enter Renegade Immortal Chapter 523 past 524, the air grows heavy with killing intent, and the line between friend and foe begins to blur. What schemes lie in wait? What price must be paid to defy the heavens once more? Let us step into the legend and witness what unfolds next. In the quiet before a storm, there comes a moment when time itself seems to hesitate. A lance tore through the air like a bolt of lightning, its roar echoing as it hunted a green apparition that shimmered in the valley's mist. The figure before Wang Lin was human-shaped, yet its features were but shadows, its face a blank canvas of eerie abstraction. Suddenly, a strange light flickered in the eyes of the illusion. Its hands twisted into a cultivator's seal, and its lips parted as though attempting to voice a warning or a command. Then, as if the very earth had awakened, green light surged from the grass and flowers, suffusing every blade and petal. In an instant, the world seemed consumed by this spectral radiance, a sea of emerald brilliance stretching as far as the eye could see. Wang Lin's eyes narrowed. The figure's hand seals were unmistakable, yet his focus was not on the lance flying toward the apparition. He retreated, stepping back dozens of feet in a heartbeat, his mind already weaving through the ancient lattice of restrictions. The lance, unstoppable and furious, continued its path with lightning's fury. Yet Wang Lin's retreat was deliberate, measured, as his eyes glimmered with inner fire. Within his mind, the restriction sets, the intricate, almost forgotten laws of the land of the ancient god, danced like restless spirits. They fused, split, and reformed, a ceaseless rhythm of deduction. Each cycle brought clarity, revealing patterns hidden to ordinary eyes. Some fused permanently, forming clusters that would shape the key to unraveling the formation. These were not mere calculations. They were the whispers of antiquity, techniques crafted long before mortal men had dreamed of their power. 57, still more to go, Wang Lin murmured, his gaze cold and unwavering. His lance, though lightning fast, neared the green figure. The wind it carved through the air struck the apparition, causing it to collapse under the sheer force. Yet, in the eyes where light had burned brightest, the green dimmed only to flare with renewed intensity. Across the valley, thousands of kilometers, green lights shimmered, shooting rays that intertwined into a web of brilliance, a phenomenon too rapid for mortal eyes to follow. Wang Lin's deduction surged forward even as the cage of green light began to manifest around him. Within 10,000 feet, the valley was ensnared in a glowing prison, a cage of green fire that pulsated with malevolence. The lance cracked under the pressure, split in two, yet Wang Lin remained unshaken. Its destruction mattered little. It had served its purpose, marking the culmination of his mental calculation. The formation could not withstand the truth his mind now held. From deep within the valley, Xianxia's laughter rose, cold and merciless. "Foreigner, behold my tribe's formation. It is not too late to flee. Offer an arm, a leg, and your origin soul thrice to be absorbed, and I may spare your life." Wang Lin lifted his gaze, eyes glowing as shadows of symbols coalesced within. One by one, they assembled, converging until a spectral fire of knowledge and power burned behind his eyes. "The 83rd, he whispered. "This is the limit, yet enough to shatter the formation." His voice, steady and icy, cut through the valley. "Impudent one, how dare you speak with such arrogance?" Madness answered him. "Then witness true impudence. Green figure, strike and collect." The cage shrank with terrifying speed, collapsing toward Wang Lin in a surge of lethal light. Each flash of green devoured all living things it touched, a creeping death that bore the valley's aura into an oppressive weight. But Wang Lin remained serene, his eyes flickering with ghostly symbols. Each symbol launched into the void, ripples of restriction spreading like storms, colliding with the encroaching green net. Sizzling sounds marked the cage's hesitation, cracks spiderwebbing across its surface. As 30, then 40, restriction symbols erupted in spectral brilliance. The cage disintegrated into a cascade of starlight, leaving only the serene focus of Wang Lin's gaze. Step by step, he advanced toward the valley. Green light surged in response, forming a towering pillar aimed at crushing him. Yet with a mere thought, restriction symbols erupted between him and the pillar. It dimmed, fractured, and collapsed. 10 steps further, and the pillar was nothing but scattering fragments. The valley trembled, the protective aura waning as its defenses fell. A voice quavered through the quaking air, heavy with fear. "Celestial, have mercy. I, Xianxia, admit my fault." Thus the stage was set. The legendary clash of will and cultivation had begun, a tale written in green light, broken lances, and the unyielding determination of one who understood the old ways. Here, in this valley of spectral brilliance, destiny would bend to the wisdom and power of Wang Lin, the renegade immortal. A chilling tension hung in the air, sharp enough to slice through the night itself. Xianghua's voice trembled, each syllable heavy with regret, bitterness dripping like venom in the silence. Behind him, dozens of men emerged, their bodies smeared with a strange, glimmering green substance, faces etched with exhaustion and fear. They followed their leader with a quiet, obedient dread, a river of desperation moving through the valley. Xianxia stopped just 10 steps from Wang Lin, his eyes flickering with a storm of emotions. Fear, shame, and something like respect struggling to surface. He drew in a shaky breath, and with a solemn bow, clasped his hands before Wang Lin. "Supreme Celestial, I was ignorant. I did not know your true power. The calamities that have occurred, all of them are my fault. I beg of you, do not destroy the formation. To break it would leave my village exposed to the demon spirits, and they would consume us all." The men behind him trembled, their gazes riveted on Wang Lin, terror etched into every line of their faces. Wang Lin surveyed them, then raised a hand. Fingers weaving an intricate seal, he pointed to the air. Ripples erupted, spreading like liquid starlight before slowly fading, their disappearance coaxing the protective formation back into stability. The barrier's faltering glow steadied, no longer threatened by the dark night beyond. Xianxia exhaled, a sound mingling relief with reverence. "Supreme Celestial, time is short. The night of the demon spirits approaches. It would be wise to speak indoors." With careful precision, he bit his finger, pressing a drop of blood to the wall. The mountainside shuddered as if awakening from centuries of slumber. The cliff warped, splitting in a smooth, unnatural line, revealing a hidden tunnel that cut directly into the heart of the valley. "This way, Supreme Celestial," Xianxia intoned, his voice carrying respect and urgency. Without a word, Wang Lin stepped forward, curiosity sparking in his eyes. Inside the valley, a strange serenity lingered, a quiet pulse beneath the approaching chaos. The village lay before him, houses clustered in a natural rhythm, their occupants hidden. The air was thick with the scent of earth and foliage, and even as twilight painted the sky, the greenery shone with life. Peering through the open doorways, Wang Lin saw families, women and children, shrouded in the protective embrace of their homes. Children's eyes, bright and innocent, peeked from windows, curiosity and wonder shining despite the fear that gripped their mothers. The sight arrested Wang Lin's steps. All around him, the echoes of his own power, wielded without thought, clashed with the fragile beauty of this hidden sanctuary. The weight of his actions pressed against him. His divine sense swept the valley, a silent storm of awareness. Xianxia and his men noticed the pause, anxiety tightening their jaws, some biting down in fear, others clenching fists in silent prayer for their home. "Supreme Celestial, you?" Xianxua's voice broke the silence, laden with uncertainty. Wang Lin turned, eyes sweeping the frightened faces behind Xianxia. Thoughts, unspoken and raw, flooded his mind. He clasped his hands gently, a gesture of restraint, and spoke with measured calm. "I have intruded upon your sanctuary. I will not enter further." From his satchel, he produced 3 jade bottles, releasing them to float gracefully to the earth. "These contain pills to aid recovery, to stabilize one's foundation. Consider them my gift for disturbing your peace." Xianghua's eyes glimmered, awe and gratitude mingling in a rare display of emotion. He snatched the bottles, inhaled their potent fragrance, and could not suppress a change in expression. Turning to his tribe, he spoke in their ancient tongue. Nods and quiet smiles followed, gratitude radiating in small gestures, hands clasped respectfully. One by one, the villagers returned to their homes, laughter and the clatter of life gradually filling the valley. Children ran into the open, joyous and unafraid. Women emerged, their movements careful but relieved, bringing warmth and color back to the once empty streets. Supreme Celestial, wait! Ouyang called, rushing forward. Tonight, the demon spirits rise. Even one of your power may not endure their tide. Please consider staying until dawn. The words halted Wang Lin. He turned, curiosity now sharpened into cautious attention. The night of the demon spirits? He asked, voice low but laced with intrigue. Ouyang bowed deeply. Supreme Celestial, I will explain. Come to my home, and I shall recount all in detail. They moved to the northernmost house, a lone dwelling partially buried, its circular form and cyan walls blending into the terrain. Inside, the simplicity of wood and earth spoke of a life in harmony with the mountains. Yet one relic drew Wang Lin's gaze, a weathered painting. A man in his 40s, poised and regal, stared into the distance, hand positioned in a cryptic seal. The sky behind him swirled with black clouds, illusory forms barely visible through the painting's decay. Ouyang stood quietly, admiration shadowing his features. How long has the formation surrounded this valley? Wang Lin's voice was calm, but curiosity hummed beneath each word. It has endured for ages beyond counting, Ouyang replied. My earliest memories tell only of Huang Long, who brought our ancestors here. Even then, the formation had stood for countless generations. Wang Lin's gaze lingered on the painting. Is this him? Yes, Supreme Celestial Huang Long, Ouyang affirmed. Reverence etched into his tone. The name stirred something deep within Wang Lin. His eyes glimmered with a strange light. Huang Long? What truth hides behind this? His fingers pressed between his brows, a subtle sign of contemplation as he absorbed the weight of history. The figure in the painting exuded a celestial aura, the kind of presence that marked a man who shaped destiny itself. Wang Lin's heart, usually steadfast and unshakable, quivered as if recognizing echoes of a long-forgotten home and time, memories stretching across hundreds of years, across space, and through the turbulent sea of his own past. How do you know his name? Wang Lin asked at last, his voice carrying a thread of awe. Ouyang blinked, puzzled, then admitted, all I know comes from our founding ancestor. That is the only source of Huang Long's name. Wang Lin pondered, memories and feelings merging with the present, his soul tracing the journey of a young man long ago, laughed at, dismissed, yet destined to rise through trials and the embrace of the Heng Yue sect. The past and present intertwined, whispering of legacies, power, and the inexorable passage of fate.